What up, everybody? It is the least famous Ryan with...
Once again, Ryan Reed.
You did it when I was yawning.
I couldn't tell. That was the quietest yawn of all time. Like, where's the yawn like a man, Ryan?
I'm gonna make sure everybody else yawns because I'm yawning really loud.
Exactly. What the fuck are these quiet yawns?
They're
like, you can't be that tired if the yawn's not loud.
They're considerate. It's like when you sneeze quietly, you go, achoo, and like you.
No one sneezes like that.
Derek Ziglander.
How do you sneeze, Steven?
I have the black lung.
Okay, don't kill the microphone, please.
Yeah, I'm a little loud.
There you go.
Sorry.
Thank you, Ryan.
It's the least famous Ryan with Bailey Pless and Ryan Reed. Our guest today is actor, gamer, and dancer Stephen Ross. He's been in several stage musicals such as Little Shop of Horrors, Hairspray, and Bring It On the Musical. He's had background roles on shows like Abbott Elementary, 911, and Expats. And you can catch him streaming gameplay all the time on Twitch at twitch.tv/StephenRoss1. He's also my roommate, so he's used to putting up with all my BS. Woo woo!
One thing that people have told me since the first 5 episodes are out are that I'm too mean to you. Yeah, I'm too mean to you. And I think we need to give you an opportunity. I just wanted to put you on the spot and just say roast me right now. Because it's not always like this. We just kind of go ahead.
I'm too nice to do that.
Yeah, Ryan's too nice.
You're such a people pleaser. You just want to make sure everybody's happy. You're a fun, loving person with great red hair. Yeah. Take that.
It makes me feel bad about for how mean I've been to you on the podcast. Just try to actually roast me. Just don't roast this shirt because Steven got it for me and you'll be insulting our guest.
We have similar pants. Not right now. I have some at home. That means you have no style because I have no style. Boom. Drop mic.
Okay. Didn't make this clear either. Steven is my roommate and he roasts me. So Steven, do you want to show him how it's done?
Yeah, so if he's got the same pants as you, do you prefer to be a fashion victim or ensemble challenged?
Wait, am I getting it? Wait, hold on. Because now I'm getting attacked with
both
you.
of us now. Look, we encourage our guests to say whatever they want to us. All right, Steven. All right, Steven. Go again. Let's go, bro. Hit me.
Wait, hold on.
And him too. You're in the crossfire now, Ryan.
Okay.
You're in the crossfire now. Come on.
Well, let's just talk about the problematic Harry Potter real quick. If you were, at Hogwarts, I don't think you would have to worry about the Dementors, being that you're a ginger. They go for people with souls. And Ryan, unfortunately, all the black people in the Hogwarts movies, Harry Potter, they've all been recast for white people. So we'll see you soon.
Wait, have they been recast?
Okay, explain that to me too, because I don't even know what that is.
I definitely remember seeing random black kids in there. I'm like, oh,
okay, so there's 2 black kids in Gryffindor who've always stayed the same. Just them. But then there is Lavender Brown. In the first couple of movies, she's a black girl. In the next movie, she's recast as a different black girl. And then finally, when Lavender is hooking up with Ron and it's her boyfriend, it's a white girl.
For real?
For real.
Is that how magic works?
Gosh.
I guess if you're Michael Jackson.
Alakazam.
I don't know if we can keep that. Damn. All right. One more and we'll start the interview.
I'm okay.
Okay. Ryan, do you wanna go again? You can roast me. Don't roast Steven. He's our guest. We should be respectful. Just.
It's a nice shirt. It's Lost Boys. It's vampires.
Yes, it is.
Vampires are connected to aliens. Yeah, aliens.
Okay, Steven. So before we start with questions and everything, do you want to give us a little bit of your backstory, like how you got into acting, streaming, dancing, all that stuff?
Yeah, so from like a young age, my parents kind of just noticed that. Boy. Yeah, tiny little one. I was also really chunky too. I was a little chunky kid, but I used to like watch movies and recite like all kinds of crazy scenes back to like my parents, and I used to do it just for the fun of it. So they like thought, hey, let's put this kid in acting or something. So we did that, and like I booked a cool gig, and then like my parents went a different direction for my life. And they put me in a theater program, so that's when I started doing like theater, musicals and stuff. Going into high school, you know, everybody tries to figure out who they are. My high school didn't have a drama program, so I became a cheerleader, so I could still dance and, you know, perform. I was the only guy cheerleader for like 3 years, and then I graduated, went to college. Guy cheerleader there as well. That was 2 extra years. But then I switched colleges. I went to a different college that had a great theater program, met John Loprino, greatest director ever, cast in Hairspray, and that pretty much is the creation and start of my theater degree at Moore Park College. I was in that program for about 5 years, doing like everything from being on stage to everything behind the stage as well, or behind the curtain, I should say. And yeah, so taking that, all that training, eventually coming out to, you know, the Hollywood land, became a tour guide. And, you know, we do these unscripted tours where it's kind of like a one-man show. And that's all for being creative.
Was it like Bring It On?
Me as a cheerleader? Absolutely. That was the movie that created my whole fantasy about being a cheerleader.
Is that why you...
Yeah, that movie is why I wanted to be a cheerleader.
Okay. That's also why I was like, oh, being a cheerleader seems kind of cool.
Bring It On is a great movie.
Brr, it's cold in here. I say there must be some toros in the atmosphere.
Was that not good enough for you, Steven?
Perfect.
These are not speared fingers, Bailey. These are speared fingers.
Also, two of my worlds have been combined with this movie because that actual choreographer, Sparky Plastry, he's kind of like themed and developed and created from, what's that guy's name? Bob Fosse, you know, Chicago.
I don't know any of these names he's mentioned.
Sweet Charity, great musicals.
Oh, yes, totally. I don't know any of these.
Okay.
We'll Google it after the show.
Okay,
continue, Steve.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
That was it.
Oh. Well, okay. Is that how we met you over at the Warner Brothers tours?
Yeah, I met both of you guys at the WB tours. Mm-hmm. Bailey, I actually started with after the pandemic, so I've known Bailey for quite some time, and then you just kind of strolled along.
That's how I do with life. I just kind of stroll along.
He appears.
Yeah.
He crash lands his spaceship in other people's lives.
You're not as empty as a plastic bag, but you're a plastic bag in a wind.
Wait.
What? What?
I'm saying you float around through the wind like a plastic bag. Oh. I'm not saying you're empty like a plastic bag, but I'm just saying the way you float through the wind, Ryan.
I was like, Steven. I'm the only one allowed to be mean to him. He's my co-host.
I'm sorry.
This is going to be a thing where people are just going to be coming on the show. It's like, hey, have you mean Ryan?
Just to roast you.
That's going to be the first question. They're going to say, hey, like, how does that actually work? Like, do we just say whatever we want to him, or...
Like, they'll come on and they'll get on to me for being too mean and then proceed to just tear your life apart. Well, you need to work on your fake tears, Ryan. You are really good at making people feel bad, though. Like, whenever I'm mean to you and then you just turn it completely wholesome, and I'm like, damn. How could I ever say such things to him?
I don't know. I'm the youngest child, so I've always needed love, and you guys are just acting like my siblings, so I'm used to this.
I don't know what that means. I'm an only child, so
I feel like
sorry.
You're luckier, but at the same time,
no, I was so bored.
Yeah, I mean, but like video games. What type of video games did you? And what was? Oh, here we go. Can I ask questions now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
What is the first game that like woke you up to the world of gaming? Since you're like a Twitch person and like you play games and everything, like I played games in elementary school, like growing up. But the first game that I actually was like, oh my god, video games was like Ninja Gaiden.
That's a good question. Sorry. I was just expecting some like alien.
I always ask normal questions. You just expect the worst from me.
I do.
It's a ginger.
Do I need to roll the tape? Do I need to have like flashbacks to shit you've said?
I don't remember the past.
Yeah,
I live in the present.
That's how
I live in the present, and the present is a gift, okay?
Did you not one time tell me I just talk and don't listen to myself talk, so then I hear the podcast back and I go, oh shit, I said that? Steven, sorry.
The very first game I ever played that like got me into video games is actually Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Dragon, Ripto's Rage, and Year of the Dragon.
Dragons.
Those three were my absolute favorite.
I've watched you play that shit before. That shit looks really difficult. Like, you're flying around hitting like rings and blowing up water towers and shit. Like, I don't know how you do it, dude.
Time trials are very difficult, but the actual levels themselves, it's a kid's game. You watched me play the remastered version of the game. So originally, I used to play it on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it was different back then. It's just prettier now.
I have always been bad at games, though. Like, I couldn't even play the games that were made for kids. And even, I feel like my parents would watch me over my shoulder playing the games, and they'd be like, damn, this kid sucks. You know? Like,
I wouldn't say that. I mean, we were playing a fun game one time. I think we were playing Cyberpunk, Bailey, and I think you went up to one of the meanest guys. And you provoked a fight.
No.
Oh, maybe it was Grand Theft Auto.
The reason he's bringing this up is because, no, it was Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, I accidentally killed like one of the guys online who had like the most weapons and most
that's
and
right.
And he sent like a bunch of hitmen after us, and
yes.
I basically had to give you the controller because I could not.
We had to make a fast escape.
Yeah, but Grand Theft Auto, I would say that is the one game that I can at least tread water in. And Mario Kart, I'm a pro at Mario Kart, but everything else I've just always been trash. So I'll watch you play kids' games, and I'll be like, I don't know how he's doing that. Sometimes I will join him on the stream, though, and usually I'm just asking really dumb questions and confused by everything he's doing.
Absolutely.
But at least you're acting engaged, and that is what someone needs when they're playing. They just want someone next to them and say, hey, what are you playing?
Quality time is one of my love languages.
Mine too.
Yeah, but you got mad at me for being like too much of an idiot on your stream. Didn't you? I feel like, look, when he first moved in, okay, and he set up his whole streaming thing while playing the games and all that on Twitch, right? He'll be like, yeah, I want to get you on the game. You gotta be like a guest on the stream. So I would, and I think just like slowly he started asking me less and less to be on it, and I know exactly why that is. It's because I suck. I suck at all the games, and I'm just like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And then whenever he would meet a video game character, I'd be like, oh, you should see if they want to fuck. And he'd be like, it's not that kind of game. And I'd be like, but why can't it be that? You thinking inside the box, Steven?
My streams don't need to be about sex talk about video games.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know.
Literally, he's playing Cyberpunk last night, and I walk in on some steamy sex scene happening between his character and another character. I'm like, why can't you do that in I Spy or like whatever the Spyro?
Wait, hold on.
Why can't the dragons fuck in Spyro like they're fucking in Cyberpunk?
I believe that's
right, that you say out loud, like with your friend.
I thought I Spy was like a mystery game, wasn't it?
It's a book series. First off.
I mean, isn't not just like I Spy with my little eye, someone with a weird cool mask, like looks like Bane.
You're absolutely correct.
Don't call the other library patrons weird,
but
Ryan.
I didn't say weird. I said did I say weird right now?
For some people, you said weird coal mask.
Hold on, I'm trying to make eye contact with that guy, but like he looked
Don't
over for a
make
second.
eye contact with him.
He looked over for like a second. Look, he's about to turn. He's about to turn. Come on, face me.
Oh man.
Oh God, he faced me. He faced me. Oh God. Oh God. He looked right in the eyes.
Viewers, you can see how there's a window in this recording booth. We can see everyone who's right out there in the library. And Ryan just called attention to us by pestering some random guy just going about his day.
He should not have been able to hear me, but my powers activated, and I sent him a signal. And so he looked up, he saw me, he's like, I feel like I have to. That's the only way I can imagine it going down. Okay. Ask your question.
You've been part of like the Hollywood nightlife for a while. I was wondering if you had any really interesting stories that you could tell us.
Interesting stories in Hollywood nightlife. Well, there's a fun show that I love watching on Bravo. It's called Vanderpump Rules. It like showcases a whole bunch of people that used to work at Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, Sir. They're all like doing their own things outside the restaurant now. But it's a cool thing to see certain, venues, hotels, pools, bars on the show, and then going out for, my own experiences and visiting those actual places in like very cool Hollywood settings. So like a big one, I've always wanted to go to this hotel called the Mondrian, and I got to go there for an after party for a fashion show for, I believe it was called Scream Fest. So that was really cool. That was kind of like a red carpet moment there.
What if everything from your past, like everything you can ever remember, was really just a really vivid dream?
Are you trying to give our guests derealization, Ryan?
Oh.
That's so fucked up.
I thought about this at like 1 a.m. last night. Okay, fine. Here. What if everything on the outside of that wall that you can't see doesn't really exist? Wait, is that the same? Yeah, either question. You can answer. You're a video game and movie person, so you shouldn't get derealization.
If the world that I'm living in right now doesn't exist, I'm glad I'm living out a dream that I've waited for since I was a child. I just hope that my body is okay, and whoever's watching over me is taking good care of me.
All right.
And I hope they're shaving my beard.
It's a wholesome answer. See, he was able to accept that question because he is a movie video game person. He was able to appreciate it. All right, Bailey, your turn.
What is your favorite performance you've ever done? Or what is your favorite set you've ever been on?
I think the coolest set I've ever been on was a complete blue screen set. It was supposed to be an airport in San Francisco. It was for the show Expats with Nicole Kidman. And I got to pretty much stand behind her for like a good 3 hours. And I've always been a huge fan of her ever since like Practical Magic, one of my absolute favorite movies from her. So being in that moment and just being present for that whole time period was probably the most surreal thing I've ever got to experience, being on set for a Hollywood show. Like I done background for 911. Cool. Jennifer Love Hewitt's in the scene, but also did Abbott Elementary. We got Quinta Brunson in the scene. That was pretty cool too, but that wasn't as long as I got to spend with Nicole, so I think spending that time with Nicole was actually top charting.
That is so cool.
Favorite Nicole movie?
Cool. Favorite Nicole movie?
He likes Eyes Wide Shut, being the freak that he is.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Okay.
Mine's Moulin Rouge. Bailey says that you're making him watch a clone movie. So my question is, do you believe clones should exist, and how should they be used?
So there's a show called Orphan Black where it's a whole bunch of clones. They all have to interact and stay alive because this company that made them is coming after all of them. I believe clones are actually out in the real world today. Jamie Foxx, I think he's a clone. Amanda Bynes, or should I say Midge Gardner is her new name. She's definitely a clone now.
What do you mean?
I think they're out there.
Well, you have to elaborate on that. Why? Why do you think that?
Because these celebrities, either there's an ailment with them or Hollywood is trying to silence them. Hollywood is going to put out a copy of them to keep up the public image that Hollywood wants. It's only a matter of time until we get Wendy Williams back. But right now, they're taking her to the deep end and back.
So both of you just want to use this podcast to start conspiracy theories. That's what's happening here.
It was his question about clones, so I'm agreeing with him that they exist.
That was my question.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, this will be a fun question then. If you think, other actors might be clones. If you could work with one actor, any time period, who would it be and why?
I think I would want to work with Charlie Chaplin to learn comedy from the best.
Okay.
I think would be probably a useful tool for today's world.
Nice.
Because I'm not funny.
What are you talking about? You were just killing me with those roasts earlier.
That's just me being mean.
Yeah, but it's funny. Okay. That's why I'm mean to Ryan.
And it's your perspective that it's funny.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
You do stand-up comedy. I would never go up there and do stand-up comedy because I think what I have to say isn't funny.
I think you could. I think if you worked on it. Ryan's also trying to start doing stand-up too.
I mostly say it as a joke because I think it would be funny if I were to do something like that.
I say we all hit up an open mic and just see what you guys got.
Bailey doesn't really want me to do it because I think it'll be funny if I go out there and then I ask the audience for a joke. I do crowd work. I'm like, hey you, buddy, red shirt, tell me a joke. I'm like, haha, that's a good one. All right, cool, let's moving on. And I go over to the next person. Hey you, yeah, redhead.
It would be funny the first time, but if you used your whole 5 minutes to do that, then people will be like, the fuck is this guy?
Okay, fine. I'll start off with, all right, guys. So, oh, God. It's the guy that made eye contact with me. All right, he's gone.
We're good.
I'll say, all right, guys. So, here's my first joke. This is going to be how I'll say, knock, knock. Nobody would answer. Then I would have to go on again. I'll say, knock, knock, looking at someone. Hold on, my face. And I would look someone in the eyes, and they would go, who's there? And I'll say, no one's there. And then I'll say, all right, you first. Tell me a joke.
I want to move on, but also the fact that guy that you just called attention, tried to get his attention, almost came over here. When we started this podcast, I was afraid the librarians would just kick us out because we were being too crazy, but now you've unlocked a new fear for me, Ryan. I think we're going to get beat the fuck up at the Burbank Library if you keep pestering the patrons.
I was going to knock on the door. They're going to say, do you have a problem? You keep just staring at me.
Okay, Stephen, what's the next Twitch stream game going to be? And are there any other projects you're working on too?
No other projects currently, but the next game that I intend to playing full force on stream is actually Epic Mickey Rebrushed. So originally when Epic Mickey came out, it was solely for the Nintendo Wii, exclusive only for that. So when they came out with the sequel, they made the sequel for all available platforms. So I've only been used to Epic Mickey 2, so I'm excited to finally play Epic Mickey in a remastered version for all the consoles. So this is going to be super fun. Stephen Ross 1 on Twitch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What are some other things you're looking to try to get into?
Well, on Sundays, I do go to a dance class. I believe you know them, Sheldon. Yeah. Sheldon's dance class. We love it. It keeps me busy. It keeps me active. We're not really doing too much with it because the last time, for the whole run of the first part of the class, we ended up taking the dances that we learned, put them in the talent show at work, but we're not doing any sort of performances anytime soon, so we're kind of just doing whatever we want every week.
I think y'all should though. That would be cool. And you had a video kind of blow up after you posted one of the dances.
Yeah, that was actually kind of weird. I don't know how that happened, but it was just, I think because people saw I had a big smile while I was dancing. I think that is kind of what sparked people to like the video. I can't really say I have great dance moves, but
well, yeah, if you love what you're doing, people love it though.
Exactly.
And you do have good dance moves. What are you talking about, dude? I was actually going to see if maybe after this you could try to teach Ryan a thing or two about tap dancing or other dancing. I know, I know you know how to shuffle, but I was thinking you could teach Ryan a little bit about dancing and we could film it, see if it's good material for the YouTube channel.
I do.
When I tap, they go ba-da, ba-da, da-da, 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 da-da.
Tap is all about the dropping of the toe and the heel. Creates the beat. It's percussion.
I don't think it has to be to an old-timey ditty. It can be to a modern song.
Tap dance to Simply Irresistible, Robert Palmer.
He's just saying a bunch of names. I don't really know.
I didn't know that one either. Just keep going.
You guys, it's rock and roll. Chill.
Oh. I thought you knew rock and roll.
I know some. I don't know people's real names.
Ryan, you're gonna have to start pulling your weight on. I'm the rap guy. You're the rock guy. That's what we're supposed. Okay, next question.
I know alien stuff. Are we still asking questions, or do we have a game?
Yeah, you got one more, right?
That way we have no much time. How confident are you within an emergency situation? Now, this would be zombies, aka or supernatural killer. It can even be evil situation. So this can be some type of occult. You can be with your friends at some type of gathering, and for some reason, one of your friends decides to bring in a occult item, and now you guys are in some type of weird predicament that you're trapped and have to get out. Obviously, since you might die first, so you have to kind of know what you're gonna do. Speaker, you can
wait.
What?
Remember,
that was
the
like
camera on us died. I'm not sure if this is going to work. So, explain to the listeners also, since this is an audio medium, what that hand signal.
I touched my face because, sometimes, when other black people are talking to each other, they say, "Oh, there's," and they do a quick. Yeah. It means there's black people in this area.
No, I know. I'm saying the listeners couldn't see you do it, so you gotta explain.
I did a gesture that made it say "Hey, bro, you're black," and it's stereotypically black characters die first in scary movies. But unless it's a real movie and a real situation, we're not dying first. We're the first people fucking out of there. You know what I'm saying, dog?
I completely agree with you. With my vast knowledge of horror movies, since that's all I like to watch, Bailey knows. Mm-hmm. I definitely would not be the first black person to die first. I can tell you that much.
Hell yeah.
What would you do let's say, so I guess building on Ryan's question, let's say you're in a horror movie. Which horror movie are you in, and what would you do start to finish of the movie? What would you do to survive?
Well, I'll just give you the easiest scenario. When everybody hears that sound over there and they want to go check it, no, I'm going the other way. Bye.
Yeah.
You.
But let's say you're in, I don't know, one of your favorite horror movies, like The Lost Boys. What do you do? Or
you turn into a vampire.
Yeah, I'll turn into a vampire. Okay, yeah. I'll take the powers. I'll suck a little blood.
What if you're in Candyman? Since you got me this Candyman shirt. What are you doing, Candyman?
You don't fucking say his name.
Yeah.
Candyman.
Okay.
Candyman.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Candyman. Candyman.
And I already said it about
Bloody Mary.
I would turn into him.
Mary.
I would turn into him. I would help him. I would feed him. I would give him his power.
Nice. So that's why you would survive first. I'm sensing your strategy is just going to be to join the bad guys. Yeah. Okay, so Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'll be like, you need help?
Freddy, can I? Yeah. Okay.
I used to have that thought. I was like, if I'm going to be haunted, I would probably make a deal with them. Like, hey, let's go scare all my friends. You can make me float in class.
Just scare?
What are you suggesting, Stephen?
What are you suggesting?
Well, if it's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's a different story. If it's in The Sixth Sense, that's also a different premise.
Do you want this on the record, Stephen?
I want them. I want to be able to make friends with the ghost demon and be like, "Hey, what's up, Beelzebub? You obviously
it's a demon, not a ghost."
Oh, ghost or demon, either or. It could be Casper, it could be Beelzebub. Who fuck cares?
All right, I think I got to be clear. I in no way support any of the crazy shit my co-host or our guests say on this podcast. But if you want to hear some crazy shit, but the positive kind, check out my new rap single, My Bitch Go to Work, now available on all music streaming platforms. Next up, we have a few more questions, then a game where we make Ryan sing. Let's get it.
What's your favorite gamer tag you've ever had? I told Bailey mine, but they banned it.
Go ahead.
My favorite gamer tag I've ever had was Mr. Can't Pull Out. And it was so amazing. Right when I did it, I was like, this is so fun. Got on party chats. They're like, right, Ryan? I was like, yeah. And it's because, and it's like, yeah.
The reality of that is hilarious.
It was me talking to them, hey guys, I just got back on. Like, oh, Ryan, where you been at? I just had another kid. And they're like, another one? I'm like, yeah. I have one in my arm, feeding it with the baby bottle. I got the bottle right here up against my chin. Cool, guys. I still got you. Let's play.
My gamer tag has always been Stephen Ross, but my very first AOL Instant Messenger screen name, Pepsi Model 13, because I did a Pepsi commercial when I was a kid.
Mine was always like Ryu Ninja stuff, but I couldn't spell ninja correctly. I put Ninga, and it kind of looked like nigga, and my brother told me that, and I'm like, no, it's like nin for ninja and ga for Gaiden, and I just ran with it.
That's special.
Thank you. My mom says I am too.
So you also sometimes do some drinks on your streams too. You'll do like different drinks and everything. What is your go-to alcoholic creation?
Well, being that this is almost a movie-themed podcast with our movie-themed shirts here.
It's like a celebrity-themed, and since it's horror, you love horror movies.
This isn't from a horror movie, though.
Okay.
Well, I guess she was in a horror movie, so we can say it was. Lindsay Lohan. Mean Girls, Freaky Friday.
All right.
I forgot the movie where it was a horror movie, though. Anyways, there is a drink. It's called the Redheaded Slut. I call it a Lindsay Lohan. It's Jägermeister, peach juice, and cranberry juice. It's so tasty. But if you want to kick it up a notch, put some peach vodka instead of the peach juice, and then just a little bit of cranberry.
And one more question, then we'll play a game. If Ryan's face will open his phone. What is the worst thing about being my roommate?
You don't cuddle with me.
I never agreed to cuddle with you when you moved into that room. Quality time doesn't mean cuddling. There's so many other things that could...
It is, Ryan.
See?
Steven, I'm not going to cuddle you.
You're not a good roommate.
Why do you want me to cuddle you?
Because we're friends.
Yeah.
I don't cuddle my other friends. I'm kind of cuddling Ryan right now, but that's just so we could fit into the camera frame. But
do you cuddle Davey?
Davey's my girlfriend. That's different.
Girlfriend. You're still friends with her, aren't you?
It's different.
I understand what you're saying, Stephen.
Okay, Ryan. We'll invite you over, and you can cuddle Steven. How's that?
But we're not roommates.
Why does that matter? You just said friends. You just said it's friends that have to cuddle. So, but you're friends with Steven, aren't you? We've all been friends a long time. Go get on that side of the recording booth right now where the GoPro can see you and cuddle Steven.
Look, roommates, when you're sharing a space that's a room and you're mates, that's why you're able to cuddle. That's why those words are together like that.
We have different rooms, though.
But the TV's in my room, and you always come and hang out with me anyway. So it's like, just sit on the bed with me.
And I hang out with you.
Sit on the bed with me.
What is this?
It's a comfort thing. When you sit in front of me, I feel like I'm always behind you.
It's a comfort thing for me to have my own space while I'm watching TV.
Can you just...
It's a comfort thing for me to not be touched while I'm trying to watch Handmaid's Tale with you.
You don't want to be touched with your hand while watching Handmaid's Tale?
I'd prefer not to.
What about a hand on the tail by me?
No, absolutely not.
What about the tail of the...
Ryan, my girlfriend's gonna listen.
Oh yeah.
Shh, stop talking.
I mean, you guys don't cuddle. Yes.
No, we don't.
All right, moving on.
Okay. So, Steven, we like to end our episodes playing little improv games, usually putting Ryan on the spot. So I thought it would be fun, since you do musicals, if you could be his director, and he's going to improvise a musical number about whatever you tell him. Think Broadway musical, like style of a Broadway musical. You don't know any Broadway musicals, do you?
So the way I like to think about musicals is I like to think of them as how they're really categorized. So like Domestic Violence, the musical, is Carousel, the musical. AIDS, the musical, is the movie Rent, or Rent, the musical.
What? So Carousel is about domestic violence. AIDS is Rent.
Mm-hmm.
And what's Chicago about?
Killing your husband for cheating on you.
What?
Actually, it wasn't her husband. But yeah, she killed a man. They all killed their husbands.
I thought that she was just trying to move to a nice place.
No.
In Chicago.
No.
What about like Shakespeare? Is that Broadway?
They've done Shakespeare shows for Broadway. So like there is Kiss Me Kate, which is the musical theater version of The Taming of the Shrew. So that's that.
The Taming of the Shrew?
The Taming of the Shrew. Don't bring up Shakespeare if you don't know Shakespeare.
All right, so what's he going to sing about?
We are in the fictional world of Oreo, and there's only colors blue and green, and you are the happiest person in the city.
It's blue. It's green. I can never be mean.
That was good. Keep going.
I'm so happy. And that guy is pretty dappy. I live in the city of Ori. And I have a fantastic story.
Take her to the bridge. So now in a musical number, you have to have the little bridge where you get emotional, and then you bring it back to the fun, happy part. So get emotional, then bring it back happy.
I'm out on this bridge. There's no one else in this city with me. But is that bad? Is that horrible? No. It's I got locked eyes in me. Oh, God. It's implorable. I'm happy. I'm by myself. No one else to beat my... I was not going to say beat myself.
No one else. Beating your meat or beating yourself. Either way, this is gold. Keep going.
It's blue. It's green. There's no time to be mean. And it's great if you have someone to lean. But hopefully you aren't that mean.
Dun, 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 dun. You big crescendo.
I'm in the city of Ori, and I'm so implory. Too bad I'm not hoary, 'cause I'm in the city of Ori.
Woo!
Bravo!
Fuck yeah, dude.
Good job.
How would you... All right, so... Now, real talk, Steven. Ryan just did that as his audition. Or he's auditioning for the part of your co-star. Casting has said, hey, Steven, this is your show. What do you think about it? Are you casting him or not?
I'll cast him because at the end of the day, he's making me look good anyways.
Wait,
that was beautiful.
I have a question. Is it I'm making you look good because I'm so bad that I'm making you look better, or because
you're my co-star,
supporting co-star?
As a co-star supporting, you're there to support me, the ingenue, the star that people are going to come see.
Okay.
My name is on the bill. I'm sorry.
So I can't out.
I got paid credits.
Okay.
And I think me and you should write a Broadway musical for you to be.
It's like a one-man show.
A one-man show. Yeah.
You know who did that?
And Steven can direct it, and he can choreograph your tap dancing.
Have you ever watched the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Yes.
Okay, so the main girl in that movie, Tula, I believe her name is Nia Vardolos, Greek. Anyways, that movie was a one-woman script. She performed it in Chicago, and Tom Hanks and Rita, what's her name? Rita Wilson. They were there watching the one-man show of it, and they were like, hey, do you have a screenplay for this? We'd like to make it into a movie. And that's how we got My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I think that we have a deal then? So we're doing
I
it?
think that was him agreeing to
help
invest in our upcoming Broadway play. Yeah.
All right.
So
2025, 2026.
He's just looking at it, so I'm going to take a silence as yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for being on this podcast, too. Anything else you want to tell the people before you go?
You guys can find me on my Twitch channel, Stephen Ross 1. We'll play some games and have some fun, okay?
That's
Hell yeah. It did, but that kind of makes me want to watch the stream, even though I'm banned from being on the stream. It does kind of make me want to watch it.
You're not banned. We just need to put a muzzle on you.
System or PC?
Yeah.
System, console, Xbox. Xbox only, no PC.
Oh, wait. I almost forgot the one other thing that we're supposed to make guests do. You remember?
Oh.
Promote Ryan Here's book.
You want fantasy or poetry?
Poetry.
All right. So whether you've read it or not, just give us 20 seconds telling the audience a review of this book.
The Dragon's Poetry Den. Just like this spiral here, all these poems will have you spiraling to a very dark corner in this reality. But hey, by the time you get to the last 3, things are going to brighten up and you're going to have a perfect time. This book is a very quick, easy read, and you can always take it with you wherever you go, so you can always read your favorite.
Amazing. So Stephen did his plugs. I'm going to quick change this back over to the side just so me and Ryan can tell everyone bye.
Bye.
Can they see us okay?
Arrivederci. Farewell. Avidazen. So long. Adios.
Thank you everyone for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. And as always, shout out BBL.
That says Brazilian butt lift. You can't say that anymore.
Burbank Library. BBL.
Are we claiming that as that? Otherwise, we got to tell people to stop calling Drake that. Otherwise, they're going to get confused and thinking that we both have BBLs and ours is natural.
It could be on your list of things to do when you get famous is to get a BBL.
But what if I have a BBL? I mean, like, what if I'm natural?
Prove it. Show the camera right now.
If you get a BBL, you have to make sure to clean it because it hardens, and a lot of women can't keep it clean. It's odorific. People don't like the smells that it produces.
Butts?
Women who can't clean their butts correctly.
I'm assuming because it's so big, they can't, like, reach back there.
Exactly.
Why don't they have bidets? You should get a bidet with every BBL.
Like as a 2-in-1 type thing.
I mean, like if you're gonna offer BBLs, like that should be like you have like a plant and light store. You should have like BBL.
We are running out of time.
Okay. Also, trademark that.
All right, everyone. This is BBL Bailey and BBL Ryan signing off.
I like that phrase. Bye-bye, guys.
Woo-woo!
You can check out Stephen's stream at twitch.tv/StephenRoss1. Follow him on YouTube at StephenRoss1, TikTok at TheStephenRoss, or Instagram at Stephen_Ross13. And as always, follow us on TikTok and Instagram at The Least Famous Ryan. And make sure to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts because we got some great stuff on the way. See you next time.